Chapter 13. Saturday Market. Sometimes Mom lets Amanda come with us when she works on her Saturday market booth. Mom shares the booth with Miley, a woman who sells homemade soaps and lotions. Besides Mom, Miley is one of the only black vendors at the market. There's also Paul, the man who sells the most beautiful paintings of the Portland landscape. Every time I go to his station, he gives me a Moonstruck chocolate and says, "You know Moonstruck is local. Best chocolate in the world." I always act like I'm hearing it for the first time. In fall and winter months, Mom sells the hats, gloves, and scarves she knits. But in the spring and summer, she knits purses and wallets and all kinds of bags. "Set these over there," Mom says, pointing to a long table that's draped in African kente. Green, blue, and yellow blend into a beautiful print that makes the table look like a piece of art. I put the box of merchandise on the table and start unpacking. Amanda helps me organize everything by color and size. When we're finished, Mom says, "Be back in an hour to check in. Stay close." And with that, Amanda and I are free to roam the aisles of the market, looking at jewelry and stopping by the main stage to listen to the live bands play. We go back every hour to let Mom know that we're okay, and then she sends us out again. The third time we walk through the market, Amanda says, "We want to get snow cones and an elephant ear." "Maybe just an elephant ear," I say. It's not that I don't want both. It's just that Mom only gave me enough money to get one treat. We walk over to the stand that's selling blended coffee drinks and elephant ears. I say to Amanda, Remember the first time you had an elephant ear?" Amanda started laughing. "I thought you and Ray were so gross. I couldn't believe you were actually eating the ear of an elephant." But then I tasted it, and I realized what it was. The best thing ever! Fried dough sprinkled with cinnamon. Big and floppy, just like an elephant ear. My favorite treat to get at the zoo and here at the market, I say. And we inch up in line. I can smell the warm dough more and more. I inhale as much of the cinnamon-filled air as I can. Amanda says, "I think every person in the world should have an elephant ear at least once." And as soon as she says this, I blurt out, "That's it! That's what I'll make for the talent show. I'll give the judges different kinds of spreads to put on top. Caramel, marionberry jam, and chocolate. No one will deny that the most delicious thing they've ever tasted." "You will definitely win. Especially if you set up the stage like it's a market and you feel like they're at all at the Saturday market." "Yes!" It's our turn to order, and when we do, I ask for an extra plate and extra napkins, because eating elephant ears is messy. The cinnamon crystals get all over my shirt and lips and fingers, but it's worth it. Amanda and I pull the fried dough apart as we walk and eat the gooey goodness all on our way back to Mom's booth. Our mouths are too full to talk, so we just walk, side by side, eating and licking our buttery fingers. When we check in with Mom, she is almost out of merchandise, so I know we won't be here much longer. Instead of going off too far, we just walk across the aisle to the stand with the sign that says scarves and things, because Amanda wants to see the scarves up close. Amanda starts draping herself in the silk material, around her neck, as a headband, as around her waist. A thin boy, who's maybe a teenager helping out, walks over to her and holds a mirror so she can see herself. While she's trying on this one and that one, I look at the table of rings and bracelets. They all look like antique things, something made a long, long time ago. I walk along the table, and then I see something that almost makes me scream Amanda's name, but I catch myself. Instead, I stare at it. It's a hairpin. A hairpin that looks just like the one I discovered in the tin on the shelf in my closet with the same silver cluster of flowers. Would you like to try it out? A woman asked me. She is a chubby woman with brown curly hair. She picks it up and hands it to me. The moment it's in my hand, I know it's the missing hairpin. Without me even realizing it, Amanda is behind me and asking, "What are you looking at?" She doesn't see what's in my hand at first, so I hold it out to her. "Isn't that the same?" "Yes. Well, yeah, I think so." Amanda looks at me, then back at the woman. The woman says, "This belonged to my grandmother. Isn't it lovely?" "Really, go ahead, try it on."